me, Kevin was kind enough to allow me to take a tour of his studio, so he's actually showing us his studio, and we're just kind of checking it out. So,
and it's rolled up in there. It's like 30 by 30, and I'm not sure what to do with it. I'd like to hang it inside of one of the airplane hangars one day if I could pay them extra to hang it in there just for the memes.
Oh yeah,
it'd be pretty funny to hang it in a hangar.
Everybody, so we just got done with the Scottsdale tour. We checked out maybe 4 to 5 different properties and basically talked to real estate agents, talked to wholesalers, kind of just getting to know the market. I came more interested in like the social media side, kind of seeing how he operates, asking him questions about his systems, procedures. I also came with an intention to try to add value to him, to try to build that relationship. Kevin's actually in my market, or our market. We're both in Ventura County. We're literally like 15 minutes away, so I'm excited about looking for ways to add value to Kevin, to see if I can build that relationship with him and potentially do collabs in the future or do other things where we can both help each other out. We're actually going to be flying back to California right now, and I'm actually going to get a tour of his studio as well too. So maybe we'll do a separate video on that, but it's just the beginning. Once again, if you're looking to do anything in life, the shortcut to doing anything is to find somebody who's already doing what you want to do, and then find a way to add value in their life. If you do that, there's no limit to what you can do. Make it a great day, guys, and to the next one.
That you're aligning your incentives as much as possible. I think it's as an investor, it means a lot.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, like, house hack for me is not like I want to IPO it. I think it's like a fantastic vision that I have for it. But, and I don't know what's next, but it probably won't be the last thing that I do. You know what I mean? So my thesis is, hey, if I'm 31 now, I need to make sure I take care of all the investors really well this next, the rest of this decade and beyond. Because if I ever want to raise money in my 40s, I don't want to have it screwed anyone ever, right? So I think reputational point of view, that's really, I'd like, who knows, in 10 years, hey, we got another completely different startup, we want to raise money, and, then people are calling me, point ripping people off for a number, it always comes around.
Or you do that once.
Oh yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done, yeah. Although, I don't know, but what's his name, Adam Newman from WeWork?
Yeah.
That's impressive that he's able to raise money still.
I don't know if these large venture capital firms do much due diligence.
Which doesn't surprise me. Connection based, got the money, got an old reputation from some big hits.
Like, private equity, they've got the due diligence data room, they're checking the bank accounts.
Right. Just like they did for Sam Bankman.
For angel investors, you're just saying like, Andrew Sid Horowitz.
Yeah. You put that name on it, you got your money. Well, let's put it this way. With House Hack, if you put in 50K, your money represents 50K of cash, right? There's no dilution for brand value. If there was a 2x dilution, let's say, then you would put in 50 and you'd be getting 50K of cash in the biz, 50K of brand equity, corporate structure, people, whatever. Okay, if you put $1 million into Box, you're putting $999,700 into brand and the idea, and $300 into cash. That's how much $1 million is getting diluted. And they've pretty much only sold it to non-accredited investors because nobody's actually reading the pitch deck. So look, I'm having a struggle, like, how do I say that, like, nicely? How long did it take us to just go through the docs on Boxable?
It took me like a day.
A day, all of us.
All of us
a day, like an 8-hour shift, all of us.
Yeah, the shares in the different classes were so confusing.
It was designed to confuse people.
Yeah, but we got it.
We got it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, like, every time I think about it, I get a little stressed about, like, how am I gonna do it? The intro and stuff.
Do you think, why?
Because it's not gonna be good for them.
Oh, it's not, no.
Yeah.
But it's all public documents. They should be called out, dude. They're like actually stealing money.
We were saying, we're like, can we short Boxable? It's private, you can't, You're right, that's a really good perspective.
It goes to that point about truth that we were talking about. For some people, it's really difficult to talk to them about the truth.
Yeah.
Rather than a lie. It's a truth for a long time. It's true. It's not easy.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's true.
You went on the tour of the factory though, right? How was that? Was that like still underwhelming?
reiterated why I needed to make the video. Yeah, it's gonna be like a 2-hour video, but like you'll see, I'll ask a question and be like, oh, so how are you doing that, and or whatever, and the answers are just like, this is insane. Look, I'll give you another example. So their valuation's like $3.2 to $3.6 billion, depending on if you fully dilute, but it's in that range. They have $4 million of equipment. That's their balance sheet. They talk up how many patents they have. Their balance sheet shows no IP. And that's because the dad's LLC separately holds the patents. The company Boxable doesn't even have the IP.
Tell him about the 1%.
Oh yeah, and then he takes a 1% fee off top of all Boxable revenue as the licensing fee for the IP. But when they run ads on Twitter showing, oh, invest in Boxable, you know, Elon Musk owns one or whatever, we have 60 patents.
What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
So me, Kevin, was kind enough to allow me to take a tour of his studio. So he's actually showing us his studio, and we're just kind of checking it out. So I'm the type of person that once I see something, then I can duplicate it. But in order for me to duplicate, I gotta see it. So basically, me, Kevin's nice enough. And the cool thing is that he's in our market. So I'm like literally 15 minutes away. I'm gonna try to wine him and dine him, you know, since we live here locally.
Okay, welcome to our office-esque. You were asking about where we put our workplace disclosure. It has to be in a place where everybody goes, and just in case you're in a shitty, situation, you can come over and you can read the California, state and federal laws. We also like put our cyber policy or whatever, and eventually we'll put some other stuff on the boards over here. This is the place to do it. It's all gender, we're inclusive here. So however you identify, you're welcome.
This is the place where there's any information placed there.
Exactly. Didn't you read the new post? This is my peepee. It's literally the banner that was on the New York Stock Exchange, and it's rolled up in there. It's like 30 by 30, and I'm not sure what to do with it. I'd like to hang it inside of one of the airplane hangars one day if I could pay them extra to hang it in there just for the memes.
Oh yeah,
it'd be pretty funny to hang it in a hangar. This is the podcast setup and the blackboard. Which is actually has very much the same technology as sort of my home studio, but this one has much more even. So what we have here is, have you seen me do the blackboard videos on TikTok?
I have, I just don't know how you do them.
Yeah, so the camera's right there, so I kind of see where the green thing is.
You can see yourself in there?
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, and then watch this. I could just write normally. It'll invert it for us. So
what is this?
This is I don't know what you would call it. Some people call it a black screen, blackboard. I think it's like a black magic board or something. No, it's not black magic. I don't know what it is, but anyway. It comes with a little light and like the UV to fluoresce this stuff up. We got the camera back there with the monitor, so I can kind of see. If I wanted to on the top, I could kind of put whatever I want. I can share, like if I I don't have my iPad plugged in. If I plug in my iPad, I could throw a different picture on the top screen. So that's pretty useful, but I don't have that up there. Anyway, I can plug my iPad in, throw notes up on the top monitor, and see what's going on the bottom one. Since we have all the lights, we also put an air conditioner right there, just a mini split to have it. That way it's cool, because it gets hot really fast with all these lights. Just acoustic foam on the ceiling, obviously, black stuff. But what we did as well behind this is if I want to take this table out and put it here, and then do like a sit-down podcast with 2 people, I just pull down the mics and the lights that are right here, so they're on like
and they're already connected.
A hinge, basically. Yeah, exactly. And so they come down and they're already wired in to the setup right there. So I can pull them down on each side, pull the table out, and then I can just pull this back. And then I have like a money wallpaper back here. So it's kind of like convertible black screen or money wallpaper or whatever. See, then you can see the money wallpaper on there.
Is there any special meanings behind any of these?
Oh, those are like RuneScape things, like level 99 magic or like a rich person's hat. It's like a meme from a video game. But yeah, and then I put it all on like a little Siri plug, so I can just click on my phone and then it all turns on or off.
Where's the camera for that?
It's right above the green towel. Yeah. So I actually couldn't see the camera myself, so I put the green towel there so I could see it. Yeah, then I know where to look and make eye contact. Just look right above the green, basically, is what I tell myself. Yeah. And then these guys are all mounted to the ceiling. These are for the podcast, so that way they can each kind of. We get 2 angles.
Just ready to go, basically.
Yep. They're all wired in and plugged in.
That'd be dope for the podcast.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
Instead of having to connect them, just
100%.
Yeah, I love it. I like it all just already ready to go. The less friction I could have to get to filming, the better.
Yeah.
So like I turn on, like I can film right now. The computer's right there. It all films right in there, and so it makes it nice and easy. I usually don't even do wireless as a mic because when I'm over here, when I'm walking around, the shotgun mics aren't really that great because if I talk here and then I go here, the audio is very different. So I just tape.
Do you mind shooting like pretending like you're like getting set up to shoot something real quick to see what it would look like?
Yeah, so I wouldn't have pulled this back. I'd make kind of a mess to make it harder for myself, but yeah. So
Just to show people how easy it is.
Yeah.
Basically.
So I wouldn't have messed with this, would have left this. And then generally I try to keep this clean because it's a little hard to wipe down, but it works. And then so we would just go right here. I'll log into mine really quick. And this is just a rip-off. No, it's this. It's
okay.
This
it's like a screen.
Apple. Yeah, that's just the screen for it. But this is the Apple Mac Pro, which is a rip-off. It's like the new trash can, you say. And then this is like a rip-off of a screen. It was a waste of money, but I don't know why. I can't. But anyway, so yeah, I would just go in over here, and we can then the volume's on. Test. You can hear it. I'll mute that. So I would just hit the little record button here. Then I would clip this to sort of my belt back here. There we go. See that? And this. I have to feed that through. I'll just kind of hold it here for right now. And then, so I'd feed that through. I usually just tape it. Works best if I have a t-shirt on because otherwise the white shirts are too scratchy. So usually I'll do this with a t-shirt, but like for TikToks or whatever, I'll put this here. And then I'll just go. Hey everyone, meet Kevin here. Today we're gonna talk about real estate. Something like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The writing on the board's pretty cool. And then I have to erase it.
Did you set all this up or?
I mean, some of it I needed help for, but a lot of it I did. A lot of like the lights and the cameras and the switches and the cabling and everything. The table our guys helped build because it's just a lot. Yeah. I found this really cheap curtain rod up there on Amazon, and I didn't get it because it was cheap. I got it because it had the best reviews. For what I wanted was a seamless rod that I could basically grab these drapes and go all the way around if I wanted to. Just kind of cool. So yeah, that's for filming in here. And that makes this pretty easy. We usually use it now for TikToks or like course stuff because it's easier to teach with this. It's a little less personal because you're kind of in like a lecture.
So if you wanted to open up the whole thing, you probably could open up the whole thing, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we could just. I mean, sometimes it snags, but you know, I could just. And I keep it going all the way, and then I don't know what it's hitting. Well, I put a lather. But yeah, anyway, so I can keep pulling it and pull it a little more. Yeah.
And it basically opens up.
Yeah, or what I'll do when I plug the AC, or turn the AC on, because it's plugged in, but when I turn the AC on is I generally close it, just so it keeps the cold air in there. And then that way, you know, we put the rug down so there's no echo in here. And so it's cold, and ready to go. Then we did, obviously the kitchen's here. And here we did, gym stuff. And then we can listen to Bloomberg right here, kind of see what's going on. One on one side, and the other side's just the Refinitiv terminal that gets us stuff.
So you always know.
Kind of, yeah.
Word.
Yeah, right.
But you keep it the same color as everything. That's
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
same
okay.
color. I don't mess with the color temperatures on it, yeah.